Bring in Liz Weston, a personal finance columnist at NerdWallet.com. Liz, you wrote a column today titled, "A President Cannot Fix Your Finances." Why do you say neither President Trump or President Clinton can gin up your finances?
Well, presidential candidates are always promising more than they can deliver when it comes to the economy. The reality is they need some cooperation. They need Congress to cooperate, and they need business cycles to cooperate. If they're talking about, creating more jobs or boosting wages or changing taxes in any way, they can't just do it by themselves. But it's sort of our cycle that every presidential candidate promises that they're going to make things better for us.
And we know, Dagan, neither of them want to do anything about Social Security and the entitlements out there right now.
Right. So you need to take charge of your own life and save for your retirement. But Liz, but presidents can help out people with their finances in terms of reforming the tax code, in terms of cutting taxes. So what are you saying, that we need to learn how to work the system because these bums in Washington are never going to fix what's wrong with it?
I hope that's not true. I hope we do see some progress over time. But the reality is it's going to be over time. Anything that happens is going to take years to play out. And you can't just sit by the sidelines and say, well, I'm going to wait for my candidate to fix everything about my finances. You really have to take personal responsibility and step up and start looking at what needs to change. And, there are some things you can do yourself regardless of who's in the White House.
Bob Nardelli?
Yeah, so Liz, again, reading some of your articles about helping individuals, get their credit in shape and so forth. Just to follow on Megan's comment, if the interest rate does go up, which has been talked about, speculated, not there yet, but what are you advising, the consumers out there? Right now, interest rates are low. The ability to borrow is good. They're getting their credit in control. What happens if that thing pops up to 4%? If you think about our national debt, we'll be spending $800 billion a year just on the interest on the national debt. But what are you telling the people out there today? What advice?
With personal finances, it really depends on your situation. But the bottom line is, if you have toxic debt, if you have credit card debt, you got to get rid of that. If you have student loans that have a variable rate, look into refinancing them. Get that rate fixed, because we know higher rates are coming. We've known this for a while. You want to make sure that you're not paying out more when your rates go up. Home equity lines of credit, that's another area where people are seeing really big jumps because they borrowed money, maybe they were only paying interest, and now that's going up. So look around at your life, look at what you owe, and see if there's ways to pay down that debt or fix the rate, because it's going to go up, it's going to cost you more, and you might as well get it locked in right now.
Liz, do you think it's safe to say that millennials should not be counting, even with the Hillary Clinton presidency, on getting free college or debt forgiveness as it relates to their student loans?
Yeah, you really have to look at your situation and figure out a workaround to that. I mean, you're not going to get your student loans forgiven. That's pretty much, unless you're doing public service, unless you're already in one of the programs that leads to that. You shouldn't just expect it to be wiped out. Now, the good news is rates are really low. There are companies out there that will help you refinance to a fixed rate, or you can refinance your federal loans and, get those down to one payment that makes it easier. Some people have so much debt, they just have to look at it as a mortgage. They're going to be paying this for years and years. Most people, though, the student loan debt is actually fairly manageable. You just need to contact your lender, figure out a payment plan, and stick to that.
All right. We will be looking at those important advice points. Thank you, Liz. Liz Weston joining us.